Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. This video is a message that is directed to every man and woman all over the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it reach every human being and let it be understood by every heart. Many people have the following questions in mind. Was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam a liar? Was he just a social reformer? Did he invent the teachings of Islam by himself? Or was he a true prophet like all the noble prophets that preceded him? To prove Muhammad's prophethood beyond doubt, I would like to highlight some of the logical proofs here. It is a known fact that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was raised as an unlettered person. He was unable to read or write. He remained like that until he died. Therefore, he did not read the holy books previously revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Almighty Allah's revelation was sent down to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam only when he was at the age of 40. This revelation is the Quran Muslims have today. In the Quran, Almighty Allah mentions many of the accounts found in the previous scriptures and tells his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam about these events in full detail. These accounts are precisely the same as they are in the Torah revealed to Moses and the Gospel revealed to Jesus. Peace and blessings be upon them both. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam prophesied many things that later occurred to him and to the Muslim community after he died. These prophecies spoke about the victory of Muslims, removal of the tyrannical kingdoms of the Khosrow, Zoroastrian king of Persia, and Caesar, and establishment of the religion of Islam in earth. These events occurred exactly as Muhammad foretold, as if he had been reading the future from an open book. At the beginning of the Surah Al-Rum, Almighty Allah tells His Prophet that the Christians have been beaten and that they will be victorious in some years to come. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alif Lam Mim. غُلِبَتِ الرُّومُ فِي أَدْنَى الْأَرْضِ وَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ غَلَبِهِمْ سَيَغْلِبُونَ. Meaning, the Romans have been defeated in the nearer land, and they, after their defeat, will be victorious. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam miracle was the blessed Quran, whose Arabic language is the peak of eloquence and clarity. The Quran challenged the most eloquent and fluent Arabs in the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Although they disbelieved him and called him a liar, they were unable to come up with a single verse that would be as eloquent as any verse from the Quran. Indeed, until today, no one has ever dared to claim that he or she has been able to compose words that equal or even approach the order, grace, beauty, and splendor of the glorious Quran. Almighty Allah says in Surah Al-Isra, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, قُلْ لَإِنِ اجْتَمَعَتِ الْإِنسُ وَالْجِنُّ على أن يأتوا بمثل هذا القرآن لا يأتون بمثله ولو كان بعضهم لبعض ظهيرا. If the whole of the humankind and jinn were to gather together to produce the like of this Quran, they could not produce the like thereof, even if they backed up each other with help and support. The life of this noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam presented a perfect example of the life of a person who is upright, merciful, compassionate, truthful, brave, generous, distant from all evil deeds, and ascetic in all worldly matters. He was striving solely for the reward of the hereafter, and in all his actions and dealings, he was ever mindful and fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The human history has never witnessed a man who has received such love, respect, honor, and obedience in all matters as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instilled great love for him in the hearts of all those who knew him and followed him. This love reached such a degree that any one of his companions would willingly sacrifice his or her life, mother or father for his sake. Until today, those who follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam honor and love him, though they have not seen him. Any one of them would forsake his or her family and wealth just to see him even once. The history of humanity has never known a biography resembling Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As a matter of fact, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the most influential man history has ever known. The entire earth has never known any other person whose daily life is taken as an example by hundreds of millions of people worldwide. Upon remembering Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, good Muslims greet him and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless him. They do so with hearts full of love for this prophet, hoping to receive Allah's reward. There has never been a man on earth whose doings are followed and whose commands are obeyed as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who follow him willingly imitate all his doings all day long. They adhere to his practices and to the way he used to do things in his life. They sleep, eat, drink, dress, and wash in the way he did. To this day, the followers of this noble Prophet ﷺ have fully adhered to his teachings. Some Muslims love the Prophet ﷺ to the extent that they adhere to his personal habits, though following these habits is not a religious duty. For example, some Muslims eat only the specific foods or wear only the specific garments that the Prophet ﷺ liked. Moreover, all Muslims should repeat day and night those praises of Allah, special prayers and invocations that he used to say. Example, upon greeting people, entering and leaving the house, the mosque and the bathroom, sleeping, awakening, beholding the new crescent, seeing the new fruit on trees, eating, drinking, dressing, riding, traveling, and returning home. Of course, Muslims must habitually perform all obligatory acts of worship, such as praying, fasting, offering obligatory alms, and performing the pilgrimage, just as the noble Prophet ﷺ taught, and just as he did himself. From the very beginning of his commission as a prophet, Muhammad ﷺ was followed by individuals of different races, colors, and languages. Many of those who followed him had been previously Christians, Jews, pagans, idolaters, or atheists. Many of those who followed him were people known for their sound judgment, wisdom, reflection, and foresight. Those people of wisdom followed that noble prophet after they had witnessed his truthfulness and miracles. They were neither coerced into following him nor inclined to Islam for worldly interests. Indeed, many of those people followed him when Islam was weak, when there were a few Muslims, and when there was severe persecution against Islam. They did not do so in search of material interests or social advantages. On the contrary, many of them were subjected to the severest forms of harm and persecution as a result of following this prophet. Despite all the harm and persecution, those new Muslims refused to renounce Islam. They bravely endured torment, hoping for a great reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is beyond the capacity of the human mind alone to come up with teachings similar to those of the Quran. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent with a great message. He talked about Allah with the greatest perfect attributes. Neither philosophers nor men of wisdom could ever talk about Allah in the way Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ascribed to Allah all perfection, limitless ability, knowledge, and greatness. This prophet and his followers have the creed that Almighty Allah established perfect laws based on justice, equality, and mercy for all human activities on earth. For example, commercial transactions, marriage, divorce, testimony, governance, and all the contracts necessary for the advancement of life and civilization on earth. For the human mind, all these laws are unreachable and even unthinkable. Almighty Allah says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, أَفَحُكْمَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ يَبْغُونَ وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ. Is it then the judgment of the times of ignorance that they desire? And who is better than Allah to judge for people who have certainty in their belief? Talking about his noble teachings, it is impossible for human mind to come up with rules and teachings that have wisdom, morality, and nobleness of the message Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent with. In a complete manner, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam spread teachings regarding people's relations with parents, relatives, friends, family members, and even enemies, animals, plants, and inanimate objects. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا طَيْرٍ يَطِيرُ بِجَنَاحَيْهِ إِلَّا أُمَمٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ وَمَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ ثُمَّ إِلَى رَبِّهِمْ يُحْشَرُونَ. And there is not an animal that lives on the earth, nor a bird that flies with its two wings, but forms part of communities like you. We have neglected nothing in the book, then to their Lord shall they be gathered. It is beyond the capacity of human mind alone to come up with similar teachings or comprehend all of them. This unequivocally indicates that Muhammad ﷺ did not invent this religion. It was all an inspiration that he received from the one who created the universe with miraculous architecture and perfection. And finally, few words about the divine laws. The creedal makeup of the religion that Muhammad ﷺ was sent with resembles the formation of the heavens and earth. This indicates that the one who created the heavens and earth is the one who sent down this great law and upright religion. The divine law revealed to Muhammad ﷺ is beyond imitation, just as the divine creation of the heavens and earth. Just as humans cannot create anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, they cannot make a law like that revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to His messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.